Okay, so this is how is your Sunday bombshell? Busy, nonstop, on the go, but I did get some sleep last night, which was good. Although, I do want to talk about something that happened late last night. Not approximately. I can pull it right up here on my cell phone. At 3:26 in the morning, I got a phone call. The person did not leave a message. It woke me up for a brief moment, and then the phone stopped ringing. Um, I didn't recognize the number, but I want to say this. I have had people in the past play cruel tricks. I have had people say that they're other people when they're not. I have had people text me that they are other people when they're not. And the only thing that caught my attention was this was a Mattoon number. And I believe this is the same number that texted me a few months ago and got my hopes set up really high on something. And I decided today I wasn't going to call it back. I wasn't going to text it. Obviously, if it was important enough, they would leave a message or text me or something. But my new thing, because of how my heart has turned to stone, I don't believe in my possibility of my what I want to come true. Um, I guess it would almost have to be like no, it would have to be face to face reality rather than anything to do with the phone because of how much I've been hurt and lied to and lied about. So, therefore, if you call me and if you text me and I don't text back or call you back, don't take offense. It's just I've been hurt a lot and don't expect a response back unless I know for the honest to God truth it's the actual person that I know it to be. With that being said, let's move forward about how my Sunday went. I worked. Grandpa, uh, there was no Meals on Wheels. I had to fix him a Jimmy Dean bowl for his lunch, but he waited till 2 o'clock to eat. I had my little turkey wrap. And no nosebleed today, knock on wood. That's a good thing. We were supposed to go to County Market tonight after work, but I decided against that. I was like, you know what, I'm not in the mood. Let's just get our food and come home. And um, that's basically what we did. But while I had a busy day today, I finished reading the Matthew McConaughey book, which I have marked a few pages to share with you. Great book, great man behind so many hats of an actor, a husband, a father, a son, a brother, and it's made up of so many components in that book, and the way that he wrote it was inspirational, I think, and thought provoking. So stay tuned for that book review. Not too many pages marked because I want you to get this book and read it yourself. But it's the first biography I've read in a long, long time, so it's got high marks from me, which is important. Um, I did finish my artwork today. Go look at Instagram, check that out. I have one that I am putting on the back burner. It takes me a while to get started. I'll pick a picture out, but it'll take me a while to get my creative juices flowing and getting it down on paper. But eventually I will. Do I know what caused the camera to work for a brief moment and then not work? No. Looking into that. Um, After I said I was not going to buy Easter, I did end up buying a few odds and ends for Easter. But I'm going to buy my Easter after Easter, if that makes any sense. Um, but I don't know. It, that's just how my day went. I watched TLC tonight, the 90 Day Fiance, and my heart broke for Natalie and Mike. I watched that couple from beginning to end, and I could not believe the audacity and the gall of that man. He waits till the wedding day to tell her that it's not going to work out. Then he asks, they have to go back to, first they go to this hotel for her to check in, I guess, and because she's got one more day here in the U.S. before she's scheduled to deport. And they said, well, they couldn't take his credit card. Okay, so that means she's got to go back and face Mike yet again. She goes back to face him one more time, and he has the gall to ask for the ring back. He even tries to sweet talk her into saying, "Can I give you a hug?" So that everybody knows what that means. He's going to try and then, give her this guilt trip of how much he spent on the ring and how much he needs it back. So then he even tells her, "Well, what do you want it for? You're just going to sell it." And she's like, "No, I'm going to keep it as a reminder never to do this again." And I can't say that I blame her. She invested a lot of time, effort, and money into that trip coming here to the U.S. only for him to what? Walk away at the last minute and decide to chicken out? I just get so emotionally invested in these shows. And that little girl that's over here, and she can't have her family here for the wedding, and she's getting all emotional about him not getting so involved in the wedding, but he's like, it's just a temporary thing until we do the major thing. I can kind of see her point. At first I didn't, but the more that even the mom got onto the girl's side and said, I'm on her side. Show some, gumption, show some support for your soon-to-be wife. And I was sitting there going, yeah, exactly. After she said that, it just kind of sank in. It took her saying that. Let's see. I couldn't really get behind the 52-year-old who was engaged to the one boy there over in, I think it's, I don't even remember what area that was, but then she falls in love with a cousin and she calls off the engagement. She starts another relationship with the boy's cousin. Yeah. And she's worried about this cousin who has baby mama, and she's not wanting any baggage from that. Will she be okay when he comes to Michigan to be with her eventually and marry her? I'm thinking to myself, don't you need time to really get over the first one before you move in with the second one? I mean, maybe it's just a bit too modern for me, but that's too many relationships at once. You know what I'm saying? You don't just jump from A to C. That's just wrong. And then I just knocked that in the floor. There was another one on there that I was watching really strongly. The one that had to be married before Ramadan. To me, I think that woman's been married too many times and her heart's not really in it. And maybe she's scared of the past experiences making a present future mistake. But she was like going, well, I can't marry him because of this and this and this. If you're going to marry someone and your heart is fully in it, nothing should stop you. Not if you lose the engagement ring like she did. Not if the dress doesn't fit. If it's not the right time that you wanted it to plan because of some stupid thing like coronavirus and you had to plan it anyway. To me, it was just a bunch of excuses happening all at once. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, had to give you a rundown of what I watched tonight, which was thrilling, right? On my Twitter account, I decided to make some new followers this week, which one was Cole Hauser, which, by the way, he's mentioned in the Matthew McConaughey book because they were in the movie Dazed and Confused together, in case you didn't know that. But Cole Hauser is the Rip Wheeler from Yellowstone. And also I follow Yellowstone. So I'm very anxious for June. I can't wait for it to get here. And hair news, which is my hair on my head. Everybody, my mom to my grandpa, has been after me to get my hair cut. And you all know I'm donating it to the Cancer Society. It's not time yet. I have 2 more months, knock on wood. That'll be the longest I've ever had my hair before I have it cut. If I can tolerate it that long without breaking down and making the call and saying, okay, enough, let's donate now. Right now, there's times where I'm getting in my car or rolling down the window to get our meal at Arby's and rolling it back up, and maybe I'll have to struggle with it to make sure it's all in the car, not outside the car. Not that it is that long, but it can be in the way. When you've had shoulder surgery, you don't realize how much of a weight your hair is until it's on your head and you're carrying it each and every day as well. Not working out again tonight, playing it safe. I hope tomorrow night that I'm going to do a small workout again, and then I'm going to try and edge back to a major workout the closer to the end of next week. So that's something to look forward to and be excited about. I know that right now I'm not that number 10 that most men would prefer. But you know what? Right now, I'm just trying to be the number 1 in my book where I can feel like I'm a little bit better than below -0, which hormones and life in general kind of gets to a woman, you know. That's where I'm at. Um, I hope the best for each and every one of you. Thank you for watching. I don't know what's driving you to watch these videos. I don't know if I could sit here for all that time and listen to somebody ramble with just a white screen and no picture. I hope it's not an enemy. I hope it's not somebody wanting the worst for me. I hope it's uh, someone who wants the best for me, and someone, well, that's as far as I'll leave it. Anyway, stay tuned. Let's do the Matthew McConaughey book. I'm going to try and do one magazine so we can get through probably that first magazine together tonight. We'll just have to see where time takes us. Sit there, take a deep seat. Let's post this one.